Hey everybody, how's it going? Jeff here with the Embroidery Nerd, and today I am joined by Adam, as you can see, as evident right here, Jeff and Adam. Let me get that up there, Jeff and Adam. So go ahead and let us know where you're watching from in the comments. Today we're going to be talking a little bit about marketing. So for those of you guys that don't know, Adam started his own company this summer, and it's kind of been, it's been a fun ride, right? Mm-hmm. Now he's quiet. It was all going well until we hit the go live button, and then it was like, he doesn't push buttons anymore. But let's go ahead and check in a little bit here. We have Letty here. Hello. That's to you. You're mini me.
Oh, hi.
I think people realize that we might look a little bit alike.
Yeah.
Nah, we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
We have Lisa Shaw. Greetings. Hello, Jeff and Adam. We have Eric here. Eric from Albuquerque. We have Cindy. Hey, guys. Hello, Cindy. Lisa's in Elbert, Colorado. And we have Moldo here. I'm going to say that I pronounced that right, but if I pronounced it wrong, let me know. How's it going? So, oh, look, there's a guy. We got Matt hiding in the wings. I can see it. He's there. Yeah. Hiding over there. We'll see if he comes. We'll see if he jumps in here. But today we're going to be basically talking a little bit about marketing, starting your own business from the perspective of somebody that's about that old. Uh-oh. We got more comments. So Amy's, I love seeing your face, and she's my sister. We have Candace here. Howdy from Wyoming. Janine here from Central California. Cindy's from Odessa, Texas. We have, it's Mike from Canada. No Facebook for me tonight. No work. Oh, okay, I know Mike. And we have Bevy Jean. Hello, Bevy. How's it going? And uh-oh, it's getting serious now. You have your aunt and your grandma in on the live. So that would be my mother. Hello. All right. So, Adam, let's dig into it a little bit. And if you guys have questions, go ahead and let us know and jump in here. And hopefully you have questions because we don't have hard. He talks a lot. He just doesn't shut up. You can totally tell. So, Adam, what is it like starting your own business?
Well, it's one thing working for a business, and it's another creating your own. Creating your own, it's harder, but you get a lot more out of it.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. How many businesses have you worked for? There you go.
I think 3.
3?
Yeah, I help you with your stuff. I help with the Embroidery Nerd stuff, and I have my own.
At least that's what he tells himself. So we have Philip here. Hello, Jeff and Adam. Phil in the UK. And I am very sorry. I'm not going to pronounce your name because I can't pronounce it. But hello, how's it going? All right. So you started your business this summer, right? Roughly when?
About the beginning of summer. I would say first month. When was it again?
A while. Don't
Yeah.
plug your nose. There we go.
Yeah. Also, what's the first month? What's the first month of summer?
They can see your mouth moving.
Oh, thanks.
All right. So essentially, the first week of summer, he decided that he was going to start his own business, and we really kind of ramped up from there, right?
Yep.
So, what were the next steps after you decided you wanted to do a business? What were your next steps?
Well, I needed to make a brand.
Okay. All right. I'm going to grab a couple comments here. So we have Linda watching from North Carolina, and we have Eric asking a question to you. What made you decide to get your business started?
Well, I just wanted a summer job, an excuse to look away from video games, and it's worked. I've thrown up a lot less this summer. Anyway, yeah, I wanted an excuse. So I wanted an excuse to get away from video games and basically just learn things that are going to help me later in life. And my dad already had all of, this stuff in the background that we could use for embroidery. Since I already had everything I needed for embroidery, I just decided to do embroidery because my dad's considered an expert in the field. So I hear. and I have a good teacher right here.
Got it. So, yeah. Kids. All right, so let's grab a couple more comments here because Lisa says this is historical. You need to mark the date. Letty asked, what was the hardest thing you've run into? Paperwork, marketing, sales?
Probably the marketing. It's hard to come up with good content that'll keep people hooked, but it's also enjoyable. So basically, not telling people that you want them to buy stuff from you. Basically, just a little friendly chit chat. I'm going to use that term. I have no idea what the actual term is, and just point in that direction. Not just tell it, just point in it.
Point in that direction. Yeah. No pressure. Point in that direction. Oh, man. So, yeah, we have Cindy here. I'm waiting for your piano music original piece for opening on your videos. So they all know that you do piano. So I go Facebook Live in the group and do 30-minute questions during your piano lessons.
Well, I'll have to figure out a piece. Yeah. It'll probably, I wonder what it'll be.
I wonder what. All right. Serious face for a second. We have Melissa here. Jeff, are you going to the embroidery market in Biloxi this year? I only plan to go to one show currently, and that is the Fort Worth Impressions Expo. He won't be going because there's an age limit. So he wanted to, but he's not old enough that he can go there. So Philip says hooked, pun intended. I think, yeah, definitely. And Lisa says, yes, learn from the best, especially since you have an inside edge. And Connie, my mother, told me that he was reading a marketing book and he liked it better than Harry Potter. So which marketing book have you been reading?
Story Brand. It basically tells you about a lot of references and and basically just what to point to and how to take your marketing. Yeah, it's a really good book, somewhat comedic. Yeah.
So where'd you hear about this book?
The 2 regular guys.
Okay. And what else did you learn from that episode?
Well, the main thing that I learned was there's such a thing as a chief taco officer.
Yep. He learned that. He was very, very proud of that, too. He's like, I can be a chief taco officer. He got so excited. So that would be Jay Bissell, I do believe, is the chief taco officer there. So Letty asks, so building a relationship with your following and not necessarily just getting people to buy, right? So what types of marketing do you do?
Well, it's best to do something people really like to see. But so basically show them cool stuff, maybe once to twice a week, just throw in like something that's all about comedy, just like joke, just to get, because if you do that, people will be coming back just to see the jokes. And it's a really good way to build up your audience really fast.
There you go. So Letty asks, do you have your own Facebook? Dun, dun, dun.
I don't know how to respond to that.
He does not have his own Facebook because Facebook requires that you be 13 years old. So his Facebook page and most of his business stuff is under my name, just simply because he's 10 years old. And banks don't really think that it's fun to give bank accounts to 10-year-olds for some reason when it's business related. So a lot of that we go through me, right? And then I send you the money and help you out in that aspect because, again, he's 10 and it's not like the a lemonade stand on the side of the road. He's definitely building up something that is it's taking a while to build, but it's all online, and so he's learning a lot of the what?
I'm learning a lot of marketing and embroidery.
Marketing and embroidery. You heard it from us, I guess. I was gonna point at him, but Eric says, take notes, folks. StoryBrand is the real deal. I have not read it, but I hear about it.
Yeah. You guys really should. It's really helpful and basic, and you can spend hours reading it. Like, seriously, I spent hours reading it.
All right, so let me ask you this. So is it your products that sell your products?
No. Words sell products. You want to basically get them interested. The product itself won't do that unless it's a really good product, but those are once in a lifetime, so So my suggestion would be using words.
Very eloquently said with a lot of words.
True that.
So here you go. Matt has designated you the Chief Taco Officer of the Embroidery Nerd. There you go. Lisa Shaw. Yes, the cliffhanger at the end. I like your own words. Zappity, zappity. So that goes into what do we need to do every time we do something? We need to keep it fun.
Oh, yeah, we need to keep it fun.
Let me plant that seed in there. It's got to be fun.
Thanks for telling me that.
So, yeah, we got to keep it fun. So he is a dad joke connoisseur.
Yeah. I have really bad dad jokes.
Yeah, no, we're not saying any dad jokes. I'm drawing the line at the table. No dad jokes. Wrong show. If you want to do dad jokes, there's a different show you can be on, and they'll let you do a dad joke, but not this one.
Not even my best one?
Not even your best one.
Aw.
All right, so let's go in here a little bit further. We have Candace here. Not a marketing question, but is there going to be more quick tutorials from the mini nerd?
I think so, yeah. Probably. Well, we'll try. I'll need to find some time, though.
Yeah, you're pretty busy.
Yeah.
It's really hard Pokemon hunting. Long hours, lots of forests.
I don't you, Pokemon Hunter?
I know. I'm just giving you a hard time.
Okay.
He plays word games, and Legos, right? And
Star Wars games.
Oh, don't forget the Star Wars games. If you forget the Star Wars games, he'll walk you off the plank.
Yeah, that's like the #1 game I play.
All right. So we have Valentina here. Your son is cute and smart. I'm pretty fond of him. I keep him around. So Letty asks, is that the book, Building a Story Brand by Donald Miller?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, he thinks so. Definitely it, because that's the one that you said. Definitely that one. So Lisa, yes, love the dad jokes and daily puns. So I show you a lot of Lisa's Facebook posts because she likes to post punny stuff.
Yeah. I really like puns, and I really like to be punny.
All right. Well, we're going to drag Maddie in here because he's hiding in the wings. So we're going to bring him in. Let's see if he pays attention. Oh, and he's here.
Of course I
am.
No,
I can hear him.
I'm always here.
He's always here. He's always hiding in the background. It's a promise.
Just always watching.
That's his designated job. Supervisor.
I'm not big on Batman or DC Comics or any stuff like that, but so you're like Batman, right? I'm just guessing.
I mean, I would take it.
I mean, I would, except both my parents are thankfully still alive, so I don't think I could qualify as Batman, though.
He can be. No, wait. Superman's parents are dead. Okay, back. We're gonna get. He's like me. He doesn't like awkward silence, so he will ramble through it, and we get sidetracked like you wouldn't believe. It's often been described conversations at our house like herding cats.
Yeah. My dad says when I start talking, it's like herding cats.
There you go. All right, Adam. So what has been the most memorable thing you've learned in the journey of opening up your business and running a business? That's his I forgot face.
No, that's my I'm thinking face.
Oh, I got it.
You didn't give him the questions ahead of time?
No. Why would I give him questions ahead of time? This is like...
Top gold, Matt. Top gold. Gold comedy.
It's definitely not scripted, that's for sure. I don't even think we don't even have a list.
No, we don't.
Yeah, he's pretty excited.
Yeah.
So, most memorable thing?
I got it. It's that you need to post constantly, or else people will think that your business is closed down. Because for some reason, even if the business is closed down, the Facebook and Instagram pages are still up, so you need to post constantly to make it seem like you still have a business.
Wait, to make it seem like you still have a business, or to show that you still have a business?
Show.
Oh, I got it. And by posting constantly, you mean like 200 posts a day?
No, one post a day should be enough. Like, it's okay if you don't get it every day, but just post constantly.
I think the word you're looking for is consistently.
Yeah, consistently.
There's a little bit of a difference between constantly and consistently.
What's that difference?
After this episode, we'll be pulling out a dictionary because, yeah.
I post consistently never on my Facebook page.
But he's still open.
I am. Even though my last post says I was closed.
Really?
Well, yeah, that's how it works.
Really?
No. So Amy asks, what's your favorite product?
Out of all of them...
Wait, is it unreleased?
Yeah, but I was going to but I was going to choose one that was released.
So what you need to say is follow my page to find out soon.
Oh, okay. Follow my page to find out soon.
And what's the link?
Just type in bjjhats.com.
Yeah. So how many touches do you need to have before people remember your company?
7 to 10.
So 7 to 10. And how many times have you said your business name?
1.
See, Matt's counting.
I think it was more like 3, Matt.
So see, now you have 40 minutes to say it 7 to 10 more times. So just keep that in your mind for a little bit. And we are going to bring up a comment here from Letty. Where do you want your business to be in a few years? Meaning, if your wildest dreams, what would your business offer?
Well, I want it to be basically. How can I find the words for this?
Get a dictionary.
He wants a private airplane so he can fly around the country.
No, I want my company to basically help show people their interest in jiu-jitsu. So basically, like at my gym, I started a tradition. Every day I went to class, I would be wearing a different hat. So, and people would notice that. It would basically just be for fun. And yeah, my product will allow people to do that.
The answer of a 10-year-old. Cindy King says vocabulary night. I agree. Lisa Shaw, are you working on new products?
Yes, actually.
So how many new products do you have in the works?
2.
2. It took him that long to count to 2. School is starting over. Thank goodness. So Letty says constantly, how you have many posts over and over. Consistency is what we depend on you to post every Monday at 8 p.m. So she must be wherever her 8 p.m. is. No, wait. Because we post at 9:30 in the morning.
Yeah, 9:30 a.m.
9:30 a.m. every morning, right? So how do you make sure that your posts go up at 9:30 every morning? Are you awake at 9:30 every morning?
I sleep then.
Oh. So how do you post when you're sleeping?
We use a website called Hero Post. It automatically, you schedule posts and it automatically posts them, even if you're asleep or busy doing something else. It's really handy.
So what you're saying is you schedule it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could be dead and it still posts and makes it look like your company's still around.
Yeah, did you think about that?
No.
Oh. Apparently. I mean, if you schedule them out far enough, I wonder if there's like a repeat. Can you just hit repeat? Keep going, keep going. Oh, no.
Yeah. No. Anyway. But yeah, you can actually, and if you want to publish a post,
Mm-hmm.
or boost a post that's not out yet, you can also do that from Hero Post.
No, you can't.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you could.
No.
Oh.
Oh.
Must be Facebook Creator Studio.
See, now he's catching on. There's so many different ways to post to social media and schedule it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's at least 3 different websites. And I think one of the funner ones that we found is if you have a business page and you go to business.facebook.com/creator studio, that actually allows you to post to Instagram TV. So you can post videos that are longer than a minute.
Yeah, I think you can post it up to an hour, right?
Yep, that would be correct. Because we ran into that problem when we first started scheduling posts, huh?
Yeah, the video limit is really annoying, and it makes it so that we have to speed up our videos a lot. Like, we're talking 43 minutes long.
We speed them up to 43 minutes.
No, they're 43 minutes. They're like 43 minutes long originally.
Oh.
Then we cut out a few unneeded parts.
Unneeded parts. The cursing, the swearing, the injuries.
Yeah, like for some reason, and every time the camera starts, I look at the camera, scoot my chair in, and then start sewing.
Just like when he ends a conversation on the phone, he waves goodbye to the phone.
I don't understand how phones work. Apparently. I mean, I know how to call and stuff. I just don't know that they can't see me waving.
Yeah. Because...
Yeah, it always cracks my dad up.
All right. So Sandy asks, how do you know what to post?
Well, what to post is up to you. There are only people that offer guidelines. Like basically lines that keep you in check. Like if you in StoryBrand, there's a path. I'm not going to say what it is because I don't want to be selling their work for free. But yeah,
He's not selling you the book for free. You got to go to Amazon and buy it yourself.
Yeah.
For free.
There's like a path. And it says if you stray too far from that path, it leads you your company descends into noise. And StoryBrand says noise is your company's worst enemy. If you release noise, no one's going to buy or be interested in what you do.
Right. So, like, basically, if I sent out, you can think of this like email marketing, because almost everybody here, I was going to push him out of the camera, but then he freaked out. So everybody here has email, and we all get on those email lists that you get an email. Like I'm on some lists that I got emails 2 to 3 times a day, and I wouldn't even open them anymore. I would just click, select the thing and I'd delete them. I wouldn't unsubscribe because I don't know, I'm weird, but I wouldn't even listen to them. I'd just throw them out, right?
Yeah.
And that's what you don't want your company to be. You don't want your company to become just something that people see and ignore. Is that where we're going with this?
Yeah. Also, if your company turns into that, your company, the emails that you send to people could be qualified as spam, and that would make them really uninterested.
So, if your thing marks it as spam, they become uninterested. Or you decide what's spam.
No, I think your computer decides what's spam.
And then you just take its advice.
and then you just go through deleting all of it. But yeah, I hear from my dad that even if you unsubscribe, they keep sending you those messages.
That would definitely be spam.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's hold on here. So we're going to bring that back up this question here. How do you know what to post? So let's talk about your business and what you do to help you know what you're going to post.
Mm-hmm.
Like what's your plan for when school starts? How are you going to keep consistently posting?
Well, I'm going to use a method other businesses use, and that's basically make a calendar. You basically just schedule out every day and write down on what you're going to do. And we just did it on paper. And once you wrote it all out, yeah, that's it. And once you wrote it all out, flip it over and write a list of what to do. That way you won't be stuck. And for some of you that have Hero Post or will be using Hero Post, if you use it,
we need to get this kid an affiliate link.
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds like he's sponsored and getting paid to mention them.
I am not.
I wish. Anyways, For those of you that schedule out your posts using Facebook Business, keep going.
Yeah, so here a post and stuff like that. Yeah, it's basically they have a calendar too, but the reason we did it on paper is because the only thing that's on the calendar is what you schedule. So if you make a calendar on paper, it won't schedule it, so that way you'll have a list of things to do, and you won't be forgetting what you need to do.
That's my I really believe it face. So one of the things, too, that you need to do with your business is you can't just hammer away like product after product after product, right? You need to do something to kind of show them the people behind the product. Now, would that be something... Did you hear that have you heard that before, like in StoryBrand, or is that just something that you do naturally? Because I know that you've done with behind the scenes stuff.
It's just something I do naturally.
There you go, I guess. He does it naturally. So that's one of the things is that if all you're showing is pictures of new product, people are not going to be as interested as if you show a little bit of the process. You tell what types of things do you tell?
I tell them well, yeah, I tell them
story.
Thanks. So yeah, I basically tell them story and when you're sewing out something, just take a video of it sewing out. It's really easy to do and makes for a great internet post, and it'll show people the process, how you do it. And how you do it can kind of teach other people how to do it so they can follow in your footsteps.
Got it. So Cindy asked, did your new style of thread come in for the industrial sewing machine? I mean, I know the answer to this one. I want to see if he knows the answer to this one.
Oh, I don't know.
He doesn't know.
50-50.
Yes or no? Guess. 50-50.
Yes.
No. No, it did not. So it's we're getting Gutermann Mara 70, I believe. So it's a polyester core wrapped with a cotton fiber. It gives a softer look, but still has the industrial strength.
Oh.
My affiliate link. No, I don't have an affiliate link. But if Gutermann wants to send me an affiliate link, I
Oh, also, I forgot. Also, I haven't said bjjhats.com. Well, that's the second time I said it. I really need to try to bring it up more to make that 7 to 10 mark.
You should grab a Sharpie. Grab a Sharpie and write it on the wall behind you so that everyone can just keep reading it.
Yeah, I think we don't take advice from Matt at the moment.
Yeah, you may not want to.
I can see your mouth moving, and I can hear you.
You may not want to encourage me to do that stuff.
All right, so we're gonna take another question here, and then we're gonna go down a couple of more comments. So, Muldowney asks, "Where did the name come from?"
The name bjjhats.com?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's a 3, by the way.
Yeah.
3. Okay. Yeah, so I have a website for Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu accessories, and the main thing I sell are hats. Plus, you can get a bit more money off of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu hats.
Really? Why is that?
Well, there's not as much people in the market. Plus some pictures I saw didn't turn out very good.
Gotcha. So he YouTubed it. Got it. So Eric here says that's something many educators don't know. That was to the scheduling, I believe. Aaron says, I love it. Thanks for the info, Adam. Lisa says, sounds like you are keeping it real to create connections, right?
Yeah, connections are the most important thing of business. They can help teach you how to do things, basically just get help when you need it.
Gotcha. So would that be like something like, I don't know, community?
Yeah, basically.
So like an online community?
Yeah, communities are really important. Like in a real community, it's great to get that social interaction. So, and it's great to just get out and make friends.
So wait, I got a question.
Yes.
What type of community?
Embroidery community.
Oh, I mean, that's close. So we basically have the Embroidery Nerd community in the Embroidery Nerd group, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not part of the said group, you should go and request to join and make sure that you answer all 3 questions, because if you don't, or no, 4 questions. If you don't answer all the questions, you won't get in. So there you go. And Mike says, I'm sure you've said it before, but I've missed it. I mean, I think that's your business name. What's that again?
Bjjhats.com.
Yeah, that one. There you go. So, LOL. Simple. So that's something else too. Simple and memorable, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, simple and memorable.
What about how the actual logo looks? Like, why'd you pick that logo?
Well,
apparently Matt missed that Facebook post.
No, I saw it.
Yeah. My logo is because, my dad made me a logo as a gift, actually before I started my business.
Goes that way.
Yeah, and if you look closely, there's an AF in it. And so I always, at the end of a video, I almost always say, Bjjhats.com. Don't just embrace it, become it. I figured that would be a good logo because...
So wait, that's a logo or a catchphrase?
It's both.
Don't just embrace it, become it, catchphrase. And the logo for my website is a logo. So yeah, I just made it to fit into my work. And also one thing that helped was StoryBrand. They said if you're just showing it to them, they're going to say, "Oh, okay," and not be interested in it. You really need to make people think that they need it. That way it'll be important. That way it's more of a selling point.
All right, so Amy asks, do you like digitizing or embroidery better?
That's a good question. Let me think about that for a minute.
Now, okay, we're going to come back to that one while he thinks for a minute, because we're not going to sit here for 13 minutes. All right, so Lisa asks, so is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu a specialized form with a strong following? So what is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu?
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu
It's a martial art, right?
Yeah.
Right. It's the art of folding clothes with people still in them.
Yeah, basically.
Basically. Kind of like wrestling a little bit.
Yeah, if you had a career in wrestling, you should probably try Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
But wait, if they need a hat before they can try Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, where do they go?
Bjjhats.com.
There it is. I got it. I keep forgetting. Yeah. I haven't ever heard that name before, so it's going to take like 7 to 10 times before I remember it.
If you only had a hat with it on, you could be wearing the hat.
One sec.
So randomly we decided we're walking out on the Facebook Lives. Thanks, Matt. So he can go. Get a hat. Oh boy! But yes, so Jiu-Jitsu has a pretty special following. There's a lot of people in it that do the MMA that follow it because Jiu-Jitsu is used a lot in there. So we have a gym here in town that he likes to go to, and apparently he gets the one hat that doesn't have Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu written on the front of it.
Yeah, this is.
All right, sit back down right
Okay.
here. You get your special chair, and we'll go here. So, what products does Bjjhats.com sell, and how do you pick those products?
I think he needs a smaller hat.
No, it's not big enough. All right.
Yeah, my head. Yeah. Since my last haircut, my head is kind of shrunken.
Apparently, if you get a haircut, your head shrinks.
Yeah, because of the hair. Anyway.
Make a top hat.
Yeah.
Okay, so what products does Bjjhats.com sell, and how did you pick those products?
Well, I have a whole bunch of hats. That would take me probably a while to track down all of them. So
we're not doing that.
Yeah, I know.
This is we should have done that before we went Facebook Live.
Yeah. Yeah, so I just picked a few off of the ones that I already had. I made sure there was nothing you have to make sure there's nothing too redundant, and so it doesn't just appear that you're selling the same thing over and over.
All right, there you go. And Cindy asks, so what will you offer for people who do not wear hats?
Oh, well, I actually have keychains and on patches.
Sew on patches. What do you sew them on?
You sew them on geese. That's actually how people that do jiu-jitsu and have patches on their gis get them. They basically just get them and sew them onto their gi. That's literally how they put it on.
Yep.
I'm thinking of someone just going out in the wild and grabbing a goose and just sewing a patch on it.
Yeah,
I'm not familiar with what gis are.
Okay, so explain what a gi is.
A gi is a jiu-jitsu uniform. The top is pretty heavy-duty fabric. Like, I would trust myself to hang on it.
All right, so wait, let me ask you this. What's another word for gi?
Uniform?
Okay, what's another word for that?
Oh, kimono.
Oh, a kimono. Got it. I forget about that one. So basically, everybody has kimonos or gis that they wear, and those gis, they have patches on them, mostly to show their affiliation with a certain school. So all the different schools have different patches that they put on the gis, and sometimes people will go and they'll get a patch that says something fun or goofy or something else, and they will sew it onto their gi, right?
Yeah.
Or in your case, we just embroider directly on his. That way we know it's his.
Yeah.
All right. So Dustin says, watching while I clear up in a remote area of Alaska. He's looking for geese.
Well,
Did you get that yet? No, he doesn't get the pun. Geese and geese.
Oh. Now, well, if you were actually looking forward to getting a gi or just gi a gi, you would have to either buy it online or get it from a school instructor. Or if you just want to get the plain fabric, not a gi, well, it would be pretty hard to find a supplier of it in America because it comes from Asia, I think.
Sure. So here, read this comment.
Quack, quack.
Got him. All right. So now that we got him to quack a little bit, so we've talked a little bit about like why you started a company, right? And why you, how you pick your products. So you've sewn a few hats from fabric. How many? This is going to be a good one because I know how many, but I don't think he knows how many.
3 to 5.
More than one.
35.
3 to 5.
Oh, 3 to 5. I think it's a little higher than that. It's more like 10.
No, 3 to 5.
No, like 10. I got them.
From scratch?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because we did test ones in Hawaiian fabric.
Ah, fancy. So, what do you like most about sewing a hat from just fabric?
Well, basically, you just go slow, take your time, enjoy yourself, and it's really good sewing practice. And everything that goes into it, you have to do it. You have to do it precise, so it's really good practice. And basically, it's just good practice. You can have a lot of fun doing it. If you try it out yourself, you'll understand why I do it, and I think you'll have a lot of fun.
All right. So Eric asks, are there any special materials you have to use to make the patches?
Yeah, we actually use special patch fabric.
All right. So I'm going to jump in here with a separation because there are, we all know the regular methods to make patches. Eric has a great TED Talk on it. Really good class. I attended it. And I highly recommend it. If he wants to drop the link in there, feel free, and people can go look at that too. But with Jiu-Jitsu Ghees, there's a International Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Foundation, I think is what it is, the CIBJJF, and they regulate a lot of the tournaments, and they actually specify that you have to use cotton fabric in your gi. And so if you go in and you read their specifications, you have to use cotton fabric. And I don't think that they specify the thread that you have to use, but if you don't use those materials and somebody puts it on their gi and they go to a tournament, there is a chance that it'll get cut off their gi, and or that they could get disqualified if it's permanently attached and they can't just cut it off. So that is one style of patch. Now I have seen a lot of people doing sublimated patches on gis and them not really pulling out, but in the official rules, they specify that you need to use cotton materials. So we do not for his patches. We use the patch fabric, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So where do we get that patch fabric?
Well, I know. I just
upstairs.
Oh yeah, upstairs.
Upstairs. So we use the Gnold Twilly. We use Gnold Twilly for that, and then we use the Weblon based stabilizer. He pretty much just does my method of making patches. So, all right. So Lisa, do you sew barefoot?
Yeah, I do.
I don't know how he does it. I cannot control the foot pedal barefoot, so I have to put on sandals. But he prefers to do it barefoot.
I like feeling the cold pedal on my feet.
There you go. So Letty asks, what is your biggest challenge sewing a hat?
Definitely the brim to the hat. I think I speak for everyone that's made a custom hat when I say that's the hardest part. Especially, well, there are a few machines that are supposed to make it easier, but we don't have them, so we just use what we have.
Gotcha. So yeah, I would have to agree. If you guys have watched his videos, we use there's something called a sizing strip, and it's something that they put in, and they actually it's in all hats. You can flip out the band, you can actually see it if you know what you're looking for. But that sizing strip gives it some structure, and so when you try to fold that open and you're sewing the brim to the hat, that sizing strip is trying to keep your fabric straight, and you're trying to curve it, and it takes a little bit of hand strength, and sometimes I have to help him just to pull the fabric over because it gets so stiff, right?
Yeah. But sometimes you can actually use that sizing strip as a guide to help you know where you're sewing.
Yep, that helps with the sweatband, right?
And the build to the hat.
Yep. So Eric says, I've heard about the special requirements. I was wondering about the thread and materials. So the only really thing that I've seen specified is that it's just out of cotton fabric. And so when I do jujitsu gis, actually, when I do patches for guys that get sponsored, I prefer to do 100% thread patch, mainly because now you're bypassing a lot of that requirement. But if there is a big open fabric place, then I make sure that it's cotton, because the last thing I want to do is sew something that I'm going to put on a guy's gi and he's going to get it ripped off at a competition because it's not the correct materials. I don't think that they're actually really enforcing that because, like I said, I've seen people use sublimated patches. But if it's in the rules, I'd rather follow them than be the reason that they got disqualified, because that would suck too, right?
Yeah.
All right. So Sandy says, I have to sew barefoot too.
I do too.
Letty says, how many hats can you typically get out of one gi?
Well, standard adult gi, you can get out 4. Also, you misspelled gi. It's gi. It's gi.
Calling you out on no. So where do you get the material? Like, if you're gonna dissect a gi, where are you gonna start cutting so you can make sure you can get 4? And what are the places that you get 4 hats out of?
So the sleeve. So one sleeve is a really good amount for a hat. It's basically just a good natural sized palette.
Natural size palette. Got it. So we typically start with the sleeves, right?
Uh-huh.
And then he's coming out with another product that's coming up soon that we're using kind of the inside strips for. He's been working on sewing those, and when he gets enough, because we were actually lucky enough to get some clean new gi fabric, and so that's one of the things when we make gi hats is that I don't really like to make a lot of them for other people, simply because they're used. So I don't know. That's my personal thing. We're looking at different ways to clean them. They are cotton and they stretch a lot. So it's a thing to shrink a gi. You can buy a gi a size big and shrink it, and it shrinks a lot. So
you can't just buy it by the yard?
No, right? They don't sell it by the yard in the United States.
Yeah.
You can import it from Pakistan or China. There is one company in Japan that still makes it by hand, but they like a lot of money for that 1 yard. So Eric here says, if you want to buy the recording of my patch TED Talk, it's here. I highly recommend it. I definitely enjoyed it. So there's the link. Cindy says, I'm in my home studio sewing right now, barefooted. Look, you're getting all the support out there for the barefoot. And Lisa says, me too. I have more control over the gas pedal, and I sit here and think, but the needle on the floor.
I've never actually sewed with the shoe or sandal on. Just because I like my feet against the cold pedal. I'll have to try it sometime and see which I like better.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of comparison with gas pedals at his age, I hope. Fingers crossed. All right, so let's try to circle back to marketing because we got a little far off. So you've learned a lot about marketing this summer. What are some of the sources that you've learned marketing from?
Well, Story Brand, this guy right here. I'm talking about this guy.
All right, keep going. There's more than me.
Okay, and
Where'd you hear about Story Brand from?
Oh, the 2 regular guys.
Oh, what about what Matt's doing?
The Embroidery Nerd.
Yeah, so wait, what's that thing that it's like halfway between one and the other that I told you the other day they should rename it to Adam's Business Advice? Do you remember that? It's like halfway in the middle of Education Friday. Oh, that one, the half, right? You learned a lot from that one too, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, and what's the third one? What's the one you learned reverse applique from? He's in the comments. He posted up a link to his TED Talk.
Eric.
Oh, yeah. And what's his show called?
I
don't think he knows what the shows are called simply because he just sits down next to me and we watch them, right?
I thought it's Eric.
Yeah, I
Eric.
don't know.
Yeah, so it's the Take Up. So you watch the half, or the two regular guys, the half and the Take Up, right? And that's where he's learned a lot of his marketing from, and I just kind of stand back and giggle. But it's been a lot of fun. I can definitely tell you it's been fun working alongside of him as he's been learning all this stuff, and it's really, really cool to see the progression as he goes throughout his story brand. That's what I'll say, his story brand. So Eric here says, I'll help with those 7 to 10 touches for the Bjjhats.com on the Take Up tomorrow. Okay, so what's he going to help with?
Bjjhats.com.
I hope I hope Matt is still counting. Because I don't know how many times it's been. And
that's 11 now.
That's 11. See, perfect. So Eric says, click the link, folks. There you go. So if somebody out there is watching and they've never started a business before and they're trying to decide whether or not they want to start a business, right? What would be your advice for somebody that's wanting to get into an industry and to start a business and help learn?
Well, I've got to say, start a business on your own. It may cost you more money, but in the long run, in the long run, you can get a lot more money off of it than just working for a boss.
Hold on. So let me say that again. So if somebody is there sitting on their couch and they're like, you know what, I think I want to start a business. Where do I start? What's your advice for them?
I'd start with a website, get some in-person connections, then start doing social media marketing. Because in-person connections can lead to stronger hooks.
Right. Got it. So we need the hooks.
Yeah.
So, like, one of the things that I say a lot is if you have something that you love to do, try to find a way to make money at it.
Like me in Jiu-Jitsu.
There you go. So Lisa here says, you got a shout out in after hours too for bjhats.com. We were there, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, we heard it. We loved it. He smiles a lot. So Cindy says, so I can make it my business in the morning. I better jump off. Great evening. Thank you. There you go. So we're coming up about that time. If you guys have any last questions for Adam, feel free to jump in. We will go over a couple of announcements here, and then we'll check back in the comments section. So coming up, we're going to have our third class with Lee Caraselli on blending and shading, and I'm not quite sure the title yet, but I'm going to get that information when she gets it to me. Really excited to host that. Coming up here pretty soon, we're all going to be heading down to Fort Worth. Me, Matt, Justin, Jerry Lee, Ramona's going to be there. There's going to be a few other people. Eric's going to be there. So I definitely highly recommend coming down there. He won't be there. He'll be in school trying to learn how to, I guess, do math, because that would help you.
Hey, I'm slow at math. You got to admit that.
Yeah, but what makes you learn math? Is there some type of a thing that you're trying to learn math with?
Digitizing?
No. Okay. We're not going to go into that. Well, I was trying to get him to say bjjhats.com again, but he didn't.
Yeah.
So we'll just skip over that. DAX Chicago's coming up here on the 27th, 28th. Recommend going there. Eric's going to be teaching a class at it that you guys can attend. And Matt, do you have anything coming up here on the Embroidery Nerd stuff that we need to know about?
I don't know. Do I? I don't think so.
I think so. So go ahead and pop that up, and we can talk.
I can't.
Oh yeah. Hold, please. Matt didn't log in. So, Matt, go for it.
Wow, look at that. It's pretty snazzy. You weren't supposed to see the URL yet because that's top secret, but oops. If you saw it, you can go visit it, but it'll be up live anyways. If you've seen our thread converter, you may have noticed there was a couple issues with it, so completely redid it. It's also mobile friendly. Yeah, it's better now. So you can just select the colors you want. It's a lot faster. You can do bulk color conversions, which is what Jeff required.
Requested.
No, required, not requested.
Same thing.
And yeah, and you can see all the different colors that it matches, and go back up here, select different brands. Say I want. Oops, there's a bug there. You didn't see that. There you go.
Bug report.
And then Rapos should be in here somewhere if it came up. Yep, right there. There you go. Yeah, again, you can do colors. You can do images just like before. I can take this logo here. I can pick all the colors I want, or you can click and drag so I can get the exact color I want down here. And now I know that Adam's Bjjhats.com red is it's actually exactly Rapos red. How convenient.
We might have to buy some Rapos thread.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you get conversion from thread. There's a few more other things you can do too. You can change the amount of threads you want to show. So if your computer is a little older, you can reduce the amount because your computer is calculating it. And you can select the default ones every time you come to your computer. And the best part, I think, is this button. Bam! Now it's dark mode.
That is the best part.
It is. It's awesome. But, yeah, this will be live shortly as soon as I swap some stuff around. But that's what I got.
We're just swapping things. Yes, sir.
I just have one question. Could you type in a thread number so that way you can artificially get the color?
You mean like converting it from one to another?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my favorite thread is Madeira 1776 for one reason, blue. And now I can see, say if I didn't have that thread, I could go and be like, oh, Gunold is pretty close. Or there's probably a Rapos one here. Rapos. No.
So Matt, I've got a question here for you. Have you thought about doing just a section for military thread? That seems to be a question that keeps getting asked a lot.
I could make a thread chart for it. I mean, if you have like a patch design or something, you can upload the image and pick the closest ones. But on the Embroidery Nerd website, I believe I posted a PDF to convert like the Institute of Heraldry like colors to a close thread for like Madeira.
They're cable colors, or I think that's what they call it, cable colors.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and drop this back here. So, Adam, if anybody out here wants to follow you more, where do you send them to?
Bjjhats.com.
There you go. So hopefully that's been 7 to 10 touches. You guys can remember where he's at. That's also at Bjjhats on Facebook and Instagram. That covers all of that. If you want him to appear in your shows, please send an email to adam@bjjhats.com, and we can go from there. Other than that, it was really great hanging out with you guys. You want to say anything to anybody?
Quack, quack.
Quack, quack. You guys are quacking me up.
No dad jokes. Comes out with a dad joke. All right, everybody. Well, it's been a lot of fun hanging out with you. It's kind of interesting to see his perspective on this. We didn't talk about this ahead of time, so we didn't have any scheduled questions. It's kind of fun to see what happens when you have a 10-year-old and you let him loose on the internet to say just about anything. So it was kind of fun for that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I'm Jeff Fuller with Fuller Embroidery Works. That's Adam Fuller with Bjjhats.com, and that's Matt Enderly with Patch Phrase. And we are all here with the Embroidery Nerd, and we'd like to thank you guys for hanging out with you, and we will catch you next time.
Bye.